It all began with a goat in a wedding veil. Picture this. I'm on my porch, savoring my morning coffee, the sun creeping over the horizon like it does every damn day, when I spot something white and glittery flapping in the breeze across my east pasture. My first thought? Did Lisa's laundry line snap again? My second? Why the hell is our goat, Daisy, sporting a lace veil and munching on what looks like a $500 satin sash? Coffee sprayed across my shirt. By the time I hopped in my truck to investigate, the circus had already rolled in, and its ringleader was named Tiffany. Tiffany was the full suburban nightmare package. She stood in the middle of my field, teetering in high heels, barking into a walkie-talkie like she was directing a Hollywood blockbuster. Behind her, a wedding tent the size of a small stadium was going up, manned by a crew who looked as confused as they were underpaid. A guy in a polo was wrestling with a chandelier bigger than my water tank. Nearby, a woman in yoga pants lit sage candles to cleanse the cow vibes. I killed the engine, stepped onto my trampled grass, and Tiffany clocked me with a smile that screamed, "You're irrelevant." "Oh, good," the groundskeeper, she chirped, clutching her clipboard. "Can you clear the cows before the photographer arrives?" I blinked. "Ma'am, I'm Jake Harper. I own this land. Those are my cows. And who in God's name gave you permission to turn my ranch into a Pinterest sport?" Her smile didn't budge. "We sorted it with the planner. Satellite images showed this was unused land. Rustic, raw, totally Instagrammable." I glanced at my hay-covered tractor 10 yards away, my barn looming behind it, and a scarecrow and Lisa's old flannel waving in the breeze. Instagrammable, my ass. I tried reasoning. "You're trespassing. You've got until sundown to pack up this circus. This land ain't for rent or misunderstanding." She waved me off like I was a fly. "The wedding's in 4 days. We've booked drones and a champagne wall." I told her she could book the Pope for all I cared. The answer was no. Then came the line that lit the fuse. "You can't stop me. I know the mayor." I laughed so hard I nearly cracked a rib. "The mayor? The guy who sold me a busted lawnmower last spring?" Good luck. Back at the house, Lisa was in the kitchen, loading her shotgun with a calmness that spelled trouble. I explained the situation. She nodded, racked the slide, and I knew I had to find a smarter way before this went full Wild West. Daisy, our goat, trotted in, dragging a shredded lace runner and still wearing that damn veil. She burped, staring at me like she owned the place. Lisa whispered, "God, I love that goat." Next morning, I hoped Tiffany had come to her senses. Nope. The tent had grown. Catering trucks, a bar shaped like a vintage trailer, and an inflatable swan pool now sat by my trough. I found Tiffany mid-yoga, breathing deeply under an arch of sage and cow skulls. "I told you to leave," I said. She cracked one eye. "And I told you this place has perfect energy," I snapped. "The only energy here is methane from my herd." She wrinkled her nose. "Can't you spray something?" Lisa started documenting everything. Every car, every torn-up patch of land, every vendor parked by our chicken coop. She even caught a guy in suspenders losing a tug-of-war with Daisy over a floral centerpiece. Daisy won. Tiffany doubled down, posting online about rural haters sabotaging her love story. When the sheriff stopped by, she handed him a mimosa and told him to vibe. He sipped, cursed, and left. The breaking point came Wednesday. I overheard Matt, the groom, arguing with Tiffany behind the tent. "I wanted something small," he said, voice cracking. "You said close family, not this." Tiffany shot back. "Babe, your family's farmers. They'll love it. It's authentic." Matt muttered, "This is someone else's ranch." Later, he found me mucking stalls, apologized, and admitted, "I think I love the idea of her." I liked him. Poor guy was drowning. That night, Lisa slammed a bourbon bottle on the table. "We give them till Friday, then we tow." We toasted. Daisy headbutted the fridge. Outside, the tent glowed like a Vegas casino. Tiffany rehearsed vows in a mirror, oblivious to the storm brewing. Friday started with Lisa cursing a drone buzzing our coop. She swung a rake, nailing it into a molasses bucket. "Tell your influencer queen to scrape that off her extensions," she yelled. Tiffany stormed over, demanding we pay for the drone. Lisa offered her a jar of molasses and a one-way ticket off our land. Tiffany waved papers, quoting fake laws. "I have a permit," she snapped. Lisa leaned in. "I've been kicked by bulls with better manners. 2 days." Things escalated. Lisa filed a trespassing complaint. Deputy Tom, allergic to confrontation and once treed by a goose, showed up in a Kevlar vest, looking like he'd rather be anywhere else. He sighed after hearing us out. "You're saying she set up a luxury wedding with forged papers, and you haven't shot anyone?" Lisa smirked. "We're being civil." Tom returned from Tiffany with glitter on his badge and a cupcake. Lisa yeeted the cupcake into the pond. "No bribing my deputy with frosted lies." That evening, Matt borrowed a fishing pole. By the creek, he confessed. "She said it'd be a barn-themed wedding. Not an actual barn she didn't own." I nodded. "Love blinds you to red flags." He chuckled, then went quiet. "I don't know if I'm doing the right thing," I said. "Sometimes you gotta be the bigger idiot to save yourself." Lisa uncovered Tiffany's forged land agreement, notarized by a guy dead for 6 years. But Tiffany countered with a cease and desist, claiming we were harassing her. Lisa nearly lost it. "She trespassed, faked a signature, and her candles almost torched our field." The lawyer blanched at the scorched patch we doused with goat milk. That night, Tiffany threw a bachelor party in our barn. Tiki torches, karaoke, fog machine, and a bouncer who couldn't tell a cow from a bale. Lisa wanted to ram the tractor through it. I talked her down. Instead, we swapped their champagne with prune juice and seltzer. By midnight, the party was chaos. Guests fled, clutching their stomachs. Matt bolted mid-song. A groomsman toppled a charcuterie tower. Tiffany screamed about probiotics. Daisy strutted through like a queen. Next morning, the tent stood, but Tiffany looked broken. Her glam squad quit. The fog machine melted. The bouncer left a note. "Respect the land." Lisa handed me sweet tea. "Think she's learned?" I said. "Nope. But she's about to." I eyed my hay truck, engine humming. Midnight we tow. Lisa grinned. The chickens scattered. At 2:57 a.m., I fired up the truck, its roar like a waking beast. Lisa held a flashlight in her teeth, spitting sunflower seeds. Daisy claimed the passenger seat, tail twitching. I drove toward the tent, its white sides glowing under the moon. It was almost beautiful, if it hadn't been a slap in my face. We hooked chains to the tent stakes. Lisa whistled. "This is either genius or insane." I grinned. "Both." I shifted into gear. The tent fought back, but my truck had hauled cattle through blizzards. With a groan of metal and ripping lace, it gave way. I dragged it, half standing, into the cattle paddock. Cows blinked at their new decor. One crapped on a monogrammed runner. Lisa clapped like it was a Broadway finale. Tiffany stumbled out, screaming, "What have you done?" I leaned out the window. "Reclaimed my land?" "You're welcome." She went live, face like sour milk. "Rural terrorism is real, and its name is Jake Harper." Then Bessie, a cow, strolled into frame, chewing Tiffany's feathered shawl. Tiffany swatted her. Bessie nudged her into mud and petals. Lisa laughed so hard she collapsed. The live stream went viral. By noon, news vans swarmed. Reporters asked if this was an attack on weddings or if cows could be bridesmaids. A GoFundMe popped up to free the tent. Lisa sold. "Not my pasture." T-shirts from our porch. We sold out. Tiffany unraveled. Her champagne tower fell to Daisy. A kid stuck a spoon in the cake. Matt hauled chairs, dodging angry vendors. He borrowed my boots, 2 sizes too big, but he wore 'em. Tiffany held a press conference, claiming, rural aggression, and demanding emotional terrain rights. Lisa muttered. If she quotes the Constitution, I'm burning something. Reporters bailed by slide 7 of Tiffany's vision board, featuring an alpaca in a bow tie. That night she begged, "Name your price to move the tent back." I handed her my phone. "Apologize on camera, to me, my land, my goat. Then we'll talk." She glared but caved. "I'm sorry," she choked out. "To Jake, his pasture, his goat, and the cows, who have more sense than me." I nodded. "Tried the rec center. No livestock." She left, veil trailing like a white flag. The wedding happened at the rec center, a far cry from Tiffany's fantasy. Butcher paper aisles, clearance flowers, mismatched chairs. Honest though. Matt showed up in my boots and a thrift suit, looking like himself. He gave me a carved sign. "Harper Ranch, no trespassers unless you brought pie." We went. The ceremony was chaos. The quartet lost their sheet music. Tiffany walked in, no veil, no sparkle, just a simple dress. She looked nervous. Matt's vows were raw, about choosing each other daily. Tiffany's turn came. She paused, then stunned the room. "I wanted perfection, but I was performing, not preparing. Darren, I'm not ready to stop performing." Gasps. Lisa whispered. "Plot twist?" Tiffany faced Matt. "You deserve someone who's here, not selling a fantasy online." She handed back the mic and walked out. Matt didn't flinch. "Guess we're eating cake early," he said. The room laughed, tension shattering. He toasted to truth and fresh starts. Later, on the patio, he apologized. Lisa waved it off. "Best drama since I ran over my ex's mailbox." Matt grinned. "I'm moving to the lake." "No drones," I said. "Come back anytime." "No gold flake cake." Morning came, and the ranch exhaled. Grass was torn, but peace returned. The local paper ran a headline: "When Love Meets Livestock." Tiffany deleted her socials. I felt a pang for her. She chased a dream that didn't fit. But the pasture was quiet, and that's what mattered. Lisa read the paper, smirking. "Think she'll return?" I shrugged. "Not unless she marries a rodeo clown." We clinked mugs. Daisy had but a forgotten lantern. I hung Matt's sign at the gate. Life moved on, with a new story to tell by the fire. What do you think? Was our prank with the prune juice a step too far, or did Tiffany deserve it? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and share your take on where to draw the line in love and revenge. Hit that like button if you laughed, and subscribe for more small town showdowns.